Hello, this is Julie. Welcome into the Thrifty Paper Garden. Today is Friday, and I was able to go to 2 church garage sales. Now, I like church garage sales because they usually have a whole lot of stuff, and they usually do one price for all pieces of clothing, and all books are 50 cents, and it doesn't matter if a shirt is fancy or plain, it's $1, and I just usually find some good things at a good price at church garage sales. And before you see bags, and that's another reason I like church garage sales. They usually put a bunch of stuff in a bag and put on a cheap price, so it's always like a treasure hunt. And in this one is a bunch of wedding type flowers, ribbon roses, just a whole lot of fun things. There's even some plastic wedding bells, I guess. I saw an applique in there. You just never know the different things that you're going to find. So that was, let's see what this is. Oh, some glittery balls. So just bits and pieces of little things that you can add to your projects. And I saw this bag, and it mainly had sequins and floss, some embroidery floss in it. But I happened to notice this trim. Kind of, there's this shorter piece and this longer piece. They almost look vintage, and they're really nice color, so that alone was worth the price I paid for the bag. And this one had different paper ribbons. I've made some cute flowers out of this type of material, and the red gingham and the kind of a burgundy gingham. But I saw this, and this looked interesting to me. It's a velvet poinsettia trim. I thought that would look nice, even just on a Christmas gift as the ribbon. Real pretty. I think there's about 4 yards of that. So that was nice to find. And I found a planner. It was kind of nice. It doesn't have a date on it, so I can use it whenever. And here's a weekly list of what to do for my family and for myself, and what each day will bring for that week, and even a grocery list. It's real pretty book. So I guess that's kind of my project life in a little planner. And I found some of these little doves. I have some of the larger ones, and I thought the little ones would be nice to have for smaller projects. Found this measuring tape, and there's actually 2 of them. I thought that would be kind of fun to cut apart. Maybe put it in a baby album. How long was baby at birth and that kind of thing. So that was kind of a fun thing to find. I found these polypropylene card sleeves, and they're like little pockets. And I thought you could add that to maybe a 3-ring binder scrapbook, and put maybe a little souvenir in there, or add it to a little mini album and put little tags, and you can see what the tag says without having to take it out. Or in my craft shows, I could put the price tag in this, and it won't get all battered up. I can attach that to my project. So I have about 300 of these now, so if you can think of any any use for them, let me know, or if you have any need for them, let me know as well. And my kid books and albums that I made, I saw this, and a nice little heavy chipboard Disney characters. And then they came with these long cards as well. Cut them apart or somehow make a little book out of them. I thought that would be kind of fun. And then I found some doilies, and again at church garage sales they usually don't price things very high, and I got these two little doilies for 50 cents, and the single ones were a quarter. Now at my thrift store they would have charged about $3.99 for this little thing, so it was nice to find some at such a inexpensive price. Here's a longer runner. Here's a little bit different one than I normally have seen. And then I saw some vintage items. Saw the box. This is from a current company, and it was full of vintage reproduction valentines. Your Cupid's dart has pierced my heart. Some really cute cards. And they had another box, some little different ones. And the date on the box is 1989. So these have been around for a while themselves. And I found a cute little suitcase. I don't know if it's very old, but I have a little collection of old suitcases, and this definitely looks like an old one, whether it's a reproduction or not. And I saw this game, and the graphics on the cover of the box intrigued me. So I opened it up, and there were a bunch of these memory cards, and there were a bunch of vintage images. I guess these are of old toys. I just thought that was fun. Like the top. So anyway, that I didn't see a year on it, but the back of it says it's from British Columbia. So that was a fun find. And I saw this music book. Quite thick, but look at the scores. They're just little tiny scores. I have some big music scores, but these will work really nice. They'll be more proportioned for mini albums, so I have many pages of those. And then something I found that was kind of reminiscent. There were these Ladies' Home Journal. This specific one is from September of 1967. Aren't those cute? Anybody that remembers the Breck girls, They go back a little ways. Anyway, there were 5 of them. And there was one from April of 1963, which is actually a month after I was born. But in this one, it says, Beginning Carol Burnett's Touching Triumphant Story. Now, this last spring, I went to a show that Carol Burnett had put on in the Twin Cities, and I've just always enjoyed Carol Burnett and her humor. Let's see. So anyway, there were 5 of those just for $1, so I don't know if I'll be able to do anything with them. There's an ad for Ivory. Just some really fun things inside. Some of the old music. I grew up looking at these magazines. And then I had gone to J.C. Penney's. They had sent me $10 off your $10 purchase. So you certainly cannot not use that coupon. Well, I found these cute shoes that I planned to wear, but of course I was attracted by all the jewels and bling, and I figured once I am through using them in a year or so, I'll definitely take off the jewels and use that in my crafting. So then when I was at a thrift store, I came across these. They still have the tag. They're a size 9, but they fit my 7.5 foot just fine, and of course the bling. But again, once I'm done wearing them, I'll have to take off the bling and use that as well. So those are just a few of the things that I have been able to pick up today. So check out your church garage sales. They really have a wide variety of items, and it beats going from garage sale to garage sale to garage sale if you can do a bunch of sailing, so to speak, in one place. So thanks for stopping by. We'll talk to you later. Bye.